Alright, hello guys, welcome to my Dexter ranking. So I'm going to be ranking all the seasons, including the spin-off shows, well, New Blood and Original Sin. So what are we going to start with? I think this is the first season, so we'll just put this in S easily. Basically it has Brian, Dexter's brother, introduction of Deborah, Oaks, Angel, Mazuka, all the awesome characters from the show. Great first villain, which still probably is like top 3 villains. I mean, you probably can predict what's my number 1. But yeah, definitely one of the best villains, the Ice Truck Killer. Just getting to meet Dexter for the first time, see what his life's about. Basically finding out that he's like a serial killer that kills other serial killers because he was trained like that from his dad. He kind of keeps this secret from Deborah and his co-workers since he works at like Miami Metro as a blood analyst. Yeah, and he's really good at his job for obvious reasons. Because by day, he's a blood analyst. By night, he goes after other killers, I guess. And he doesn't kill innocents, I guess. Or he tries not to anyway, but yeah. Then he meets a girl that I guess he meets from Deborah, Rita, which he has a close relationship with, which also has kids, Astor and Cody. Then you've got the dad in the mix, like the ex fiance who kind of gives Dexter trouble, so he's like a mini villain, I guess. But Dexter basically takes care of him anyway, yeah. Without killing him, but yeah. And then he eventually finds out about his brother and stuff, and you know all the rest. I'm just basically ranking the seasons anyway. I don't have to tell the whole story, but yeah. Just if I actually enjoyed them, which it's a 10 out of 10 season, a great way to get you into Dexter. It's just a perfect first season, and the first 4 seasons are just perfect, so it's kind of obvious why I'm ranking the first 4 seasons. Alright, so what's the second season? Second season, so even though I don't like the villain in this as much, basically as someone who becomes his love interest, but in a more darker, toxic way that makes Dexter do more bad things. It kind of the best thing about this season is Dokes anyway, because this is his last season, and I kind of wish he got to live longer. But you know, those kind of characters just can't live for a long time. Who just know from the very beginning that Dexter is a serial killer. So like he just knew there was something off about Dexter. Just him and Dexter's rivalry for the whole season is just perfect. Even if I'm not a big fan of the killer in season 2, though she's not as bad as like some of the ones later on. But yeah, she does like show some of the dark side of Dexter, so I'll give her that. But yeah, and the way I just hate that she's the one who takes out flipping Dokes, but at least it stops Dexter from having to make a hard choice and actually kill an innocent. Yeah, because Dokes, I don't know what Dexter would have did. Would he actually killed him? Well, probably to keep his cover, but yeah. But yeah, it's just season 2 is just a great season. Yeah, and then where's season 3? It's the 3rd season. He looks like flipping Brian in this picture, but I think I like season 2 more, mainly because of the Dokes and Dexter rivalry at its climax. So, I mean, Miguel. Like that's just that's some fun stuff in the season. I like him and Miguel's relationship, but I think they could have explored it a lot more. And how it started with him killing his brother, which is like probably the proper first innocent person he killed by accident because he was trying to kill someone that I guess was doing bad things to kids he was helping out, and then he's in the one place at the one time, and Dexter kills him by accident, and then it just he starts to feel guilty. He meets Miguel, which I guess he has like high power, and he's trying to find out who killed his brother. Then he ends up working with him, and then they end up having like a partnership, like killing people together. But then he goes out of hand, trying to kill others who are actually innocent. So then Dex starts to take him down and stuff. Yeah. And in the very end, he reveals that he killed his brother. But yeah, to me, it's a good season. I know some people probably say this is one of the worst seasons, but to me, it was a good season. I've always liked it. Yeah. And season 4, obviously the best. Like one of the best, not seasons in just Dexter, but in flipping TV. One of the best seasons in TV. Like damn, this season is just—it's mainly because of the flipping villain, the Trinity Killer. Like he was flipping perfect. Arthur was just so good. First time I saw this actor in anything was probably Shrek, the first movie, when he plays as that midget Lord Farquaad. He was so good at being that asshole. And then in this, he's like an asshole, but also being a bit complex too and messed up. Just you get so many layers of this character, like him actually having a family, something that Dexter kind of inspires to, and actually kept it for like so many decades. But then you find out that it's a really twisted family. The way how he treats him, the way how his son hates him, the sister doesn't even want to be there. The wife's just complete compliant on the husband, even when he's treating her like shit and calling her a cunt and everything. And Dexter's just literally witnessing that, and the amount of times he nearly tries to kill Alpha, and the time where Alpha basically nearly kills himself. But yeah, he's just such a great villain, and it's one of the first times where Dexter's basically trying to learn from him, but then realizes he's just so twisted that he has to kill him. But by the time he gets to that point, it's too late. He's already killed probably the most important things to him, like Rita, and then Astro and Cody. Like, he has to find a way to take care of them afterwards. Yeah, because Astro, like, she doesn't want anything to do with Dexter after, but she just basically blames Dexter for, her mum's death going into season 5. But yeah, left a powerful impact to the series, and to me, it could have ended here, even though it'd be a bit depressing to end it here. But yeah, season 5 though, which let's get to that. So where's the 5th season? Where is it? There it is. I probably would put this. Rewatching it, I'd actually put it above the 3rd season. I think I would. Yeah, because it's just basically seeing Dexter trying to grieve, even though he has a hard time proper grieving because he's never actually grieved someone on this level apart from his dad. Because, his dad is the one who always guided him and who could fully be honest to him. He couldn't really fully be honest to Rita, but it was something that he was someone who, Rita was someone that he could truly love, and that was taken away from him, so he struggles to get by, and then the kids get taken away from, going with the grandparents, I guess. Which he eventually gets to see him again, but, he has to try to find a new purpose and stuff, and Deborah's kind of there for him and stuff, yeah. And Deborah, I just love Deborah. Like, seeing her just evolve throughout the series to then devolve, which just by the end of the season, like, and then she just flipping dies. It's just terrible. But yeah, just Dexter, just seeing his character journey is always nice to see. Yeah, and all the other characters, like, there's also Quinn, who I just hated so much. He was just such an unlikable character. He was basically like the Dokes replacement, but they make him better, I guess. And the villain in this, I guess, not really that memorable. It's mainly like the person who's like the victim. Yeah. Like, she's a cool character. Yeah. Then you got like Lundy, like him and Deborah's relationship, like, which kind of ended in season 4 when the Trinity Killer's daughter killed him. Yeah. So she's also dealing with stuff too, like trying to move on. But then she gets close to Quinn, and then they end up having a relationship, just all that kind of stuff. And Deborah just meets someone new anyway. He ends up getting close with her, because basically she was like one of the victims to, I guess, the current villain. He ends up helping her, but she doesn't really trust him straight away. But he kind of proves that, they could be trusted, and they basically end up just like Miguel, trying to kill some bad guys together, trying to help her out. Yeah, and she's just a really damaged character, and she's probably the highlight of the season, really. Yeah, rewatching it, it's something to truly just really enjoy and follow. Yeah, trying to help her. Yeah, and there's basically many other victims too. And you're seeing Deb having to go for all those recordings, and I just don't even want to say what happened to him, but yeah. So Deborah even, like, it gets to a point where they basically get the guy and kill him, and Deborah basically finally catches Dexter with this girl, and she doesn't really see who she's talking to, but she knows, like, that the girl who's one of the victims is there. But I guess she feels bad for what happened, and at least she had someone that helped her, but she doesn't even know that it's her brother, because back then she could have actually seen it was Dexter. But I just wonder what she would have thought in that moment compared to the next season when she finds out. Yeah, but yeah, she just lets him go away, and yeah, it was a good season. Yeah. All right, 6th season. I don't know if this season gets a lot of hate, but probably gonna put this in 8. Yeah, that's the best I can do. Because actually seeing Dexter get to a point where he's actually willing to give up the dark passenger, trying to actually have a normal life, because he meets this preacher guy who had an awful life, and he decides to turn his life around. and he nearly makes Dexter turn his life around. But then one of the people that, you know, he was looking after ends up killing him. So then Dexter wants revenge. Then you get introduced to like this doomsday killer. You find out that it's just a flipping fight club kind of story where he's just like hallucinating someone that's guiding him, but it's actually not there. It's actually him. And then it gets to the point where he flipping goes after Dexter's son, which I've barely touched on because, you know, Dexter ended up having a son, like actually had with Rita instead of just Astor and Cody, which at least they come back into the fold when Harrison's born and all that. But yeah, so at least he still gets to see him. Yeah, by the end of season 5, going into this season. But yeah, he ends up getting Harrison near the end, and you know Dex has to stop him, and he's just so happy when he saves him. Yeah, it's a good season, but it's just not S tier though. Yeah, it's definitely not S tier. But I enjoyed it. Alright, so the 7th season. Where am I gonna put the 7th season? B. Yeah, definitely B. It gets worse as it goes on, basically. Like, man, like probably until Original Sin, that's probably like the last like 8S. Because yeah, the next 2 to 3 seasons are pretty low. Yeah, 7th season, not really that great, not really that memorable. It kind of introduces like a new love interest for Dexter, who again just brings out some more bad stuff out of Dexter. But you could say it kind of takes certain elements from all the love interests, but I feel like some of the negative from the season 2 love interest. But yeah, because he's willing to flipping let her slide when she's going around killing people, even innocent people, and Deborah ends up having a relationship with one of the people, and at this point she's basically the captain of the whole police station. So yeah, she's come a long way. And then when she flipping her boyfriend gets killed by Anna, the person Dexter's with, she wants to go after her, but then she finds out, you know, because at this point she's basically found out that Dexter is a serial killer, and she doesn't even know what to do. At first, Dexter makes it look like, you know, it was just a one-time thing. He just wanted to kill him, and then she helps cover it up. But then in this season as well, flipping Greta, who I also haven't really talked about, decides to actually build a case to find out who the actual killer is. Because, you know, Dirks got framed for like being a Bay Harbor butcher, but then they finally decided to link that the Bay Harbor butcher's been killing other people, or these other killers. So she's finally building a case and eventually finds out, you know, Dexter's involved in all that, and the way how that escalates with Deborah having to kill her and just all that stuff. And after they take out the main villain, which is not really that memorable, because he basically ends up being a good guy to Dexter, like because Dexter basically kills the love of his life, which, you know, he's gay, and he wanted revenge, but by the end he realizes that, you know, maybe he's not that bad of a guy, and they have a lot in common, and he even helps him flipping save Hannah and all that. Yeah, because at first he kidnaps her, then he's just like, yeah, you're cool, and then he dies because he gets betrayed. Yeah, by people he works for. And Krim was kind of also working with them, but he takes him out because he was helping some prostitute lady. Well, I think she's basically a stripper prostitute lady. I don't know. But yeah, it's a decent season. Nothing special. Then the final season, this is like the aftermath after what flipping Deborah does. It's just so depressing because I'm seeing my favorite character Deborah just being so depressed. Dexter is just like, he's pissed at flipping Harrison a lot. Yeah, because he doesn't even have his sister right now, so he's just like, he's going for a lot of emotions. Yeah. it's a very depressing season. Seeing Deborah just make awful choices, ending up with flipping criminals. Because she's basically like a bounty hunter now, but she doesn't really even fully take the job seriously. Having a relationship with people she's supposed to bring in and stuff. But then she, you know, she eventually does it. And she slowly starts to build herself back up to it, making it look like she's gonna join back the police force. But then, you know, with the current killer in this season, which I guess is also related to someone that Dexter didn't even know about, like Volga, which a lot of people don't like because the way how it kind of messes up Harry's story, like Dexter's stepdad and all that. I don't really like how she's basically like the main reason why how he even came up with the code and stuff. Like she was the one who actually made it and stuff, and people I guess don't like that. And then I guess she had a son who I guess when he found out that she was looking after Dexter, he got jealous, and I guess he comes back for revenge to kill her, which he ends up doing. And Dexter was kind of like forming like a mother relationship with her, so he wants to take him out. And since he ends up, I guess Hannah ends up coming back in his life. He ends up helping her. They kind of rekindled their relationship because it ended badly because he sent her to prison because she tried to kill Deborah. And yeah, he decides to like possibly leave Hawaii, I guess. I mean Miami, Hawaii. I've been playing too much flipping Pirate Yakuza. Yeah. But then he doesn't want to leave that killer on the loose, especially if Deborah's the one who's going to be trying to stop him. But then I guess Dexter stops him. I just hate that he constantly, it's like since season 4, he should have learned after losing Rita that not to keep the flipping main villain alive because that gives him the chance to actually, do something really bad afterwards. And he never learned, and this ends up costing his flipping sister her flipping life because he kept the flipping main villain alive after. It's just he made the same mistake every flipping season. It's just so stupid. He kept keeping the flipping main villain alive when he could have killed him. It's so dumb. Like he didn't learn from flipping season 4 with Arthur, the Trinity killer. Yeah, because there's several times he could have killed him, but he wanted to try to learn from him. But then the final time he finally kills him, but it's like too late because he lost his wife at that point. And then this season he loses his flipping sister, the most important thing in his life. Because even flipping Deborah tries to kill him in this season, but then she eventually ends up amending to what he is. Because it took like I guess 2 to 3 seasons to fully accept who Dexter is at that point, even though it took a long time to mend it. Because she realized she couldn't really live without Dexter, but she still wants him to be happy, even if she has to live with someone that she doesn't really like. But even it seems like she was actually getting used to, I guess, Hannah. Maybe not like her, but yeah. But yeah, that it doesn't end well. Deborah dies. Hannah leaves with Harrison, which is just stupid. Leaving with a flipping serial killer. And going into New Blood, that just messes up Harrison. And Dexter, since he's messed up from Deborah's death and literally kills the villain of this season in front of Angel and Quinn, they're just like, what the hell? And then he fakes his death so everyone thinks he's dead. And then he's just flipping a lumberjack all alone with a beard and stuff. It doesn't end well. I don't like it. It's a Talbot ending, one of the worst TV show endings of all time. It's just so miserable. And a New Blood, which, fucking F. Maybe it'll go higher once I rewatch it, but it's an F. It's terrible. It was a terrible follow up to such an awful ending, makes it even worse by killing off Dexter, but now Resurrection's gonna erase that death. But Harrison is the main problem because they reintroduce him and they just make him terrible. He hates his dad, he tries to kill him. He basically makes Dexter kill an innocent person to help him, but yeah, it's awful character. It's the main reason this season's like an F. Yeah. And they have to fix him so much in Resurrections, which is gonna be in it. I barely even want to talk about this season. It's shit. The only good thing about it was the main villain, since it's played by someone who's just always plays as like great villains, even in cartoons and movies and stuff. But yeah, overall, the season's shit, and it ruins Dexter's character. And then we got Original Sin, which I'll put in above of B. I think I put it above of B because I know a lot of people like it, but it's not all that to me. It's not all that. It's good though, but it's not all that. It's a good prequel show. I hate how there's kind of like mess with some of the canon and stuff, but it's a good show. There's just some moments where I'm just like, this is just so not right because this is Dexter when he first became a killer and is able to take out flipping professional hitman. It's so stupid. But it's a good show though. I liked it. And it was nice to see Deborah again since she's basically dead in the main timeline. They kind of start the show with like the beginning of Resurrection of Dexter surviving New Blood. So it gives them a chance to actually fix New Blood and give us an actual proper ending this time, which I guess Resurrection is going to be multiple seasons, so they have to get it right. But overall, it was nice to see more stuff from Harry, some stuff we didn't really even know about. Get to see like him and Dexter's mum's relationship and stuff. Yeah, how brutally it ends. Jesus. And my biggest flaw of this show is including Brian, making him just a senseless killer when he actually had layers. And they're thinking of making a Brian show, so I don't know if they're gonna mess it up after seeing this. So yeah. Just that kind of stuff I didn't like. I guess the killer in this was okay. Nothing special, but it was cool. Sarah Michelle Gellar, the Buffy actress, she was nice in this. And young Mizuka was fun, of course. And then Lagretta, yeah, just seeing it all start. Seeing how it all started, basically. Yeah. It's good, but I don't think it's anything crazy. Yeah. I'm just happy that people are loving Dexter at this point. New fans and old fans. Yeah, so there's a chance maybe Resurrection can finally end things well. And I'm guessing they're going to make more spin-offs, but yeah. That's all I got to say. Hope you enjoyed my rankings of Dexter. Let me know how you'd rank the shows. But yeah, guys, you can leave a like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.